May 19th, the California Association of Realtors states, amid an environment of uncertainty during April, California's housing market retreated for a second straight month. It's not a whole lot, like 0.2%, but it went from 268 down to 267. We are seeing a contraction. We've been talking about this for a while. This is actually good because it will reinvigorate and bring more buyers into the market. If you're a buyer, the time has come where you either step up or wait on the sidelines again, especially if you're struggling financially to have a down payment, or you're not as competitive as a cash buyer or somebody that has 30 or 40% down. We told you over the last 6 months or so, that was the perfect time to buy. Now we're going to have more buyers come into the market. We'll see rates drop. We'll see the tariff conundrum thing go away, or we'll just get used to it and more buyers will enter the market. Now is the time to look at buying a property, not when there's 50 other buyers competing against you for that one house. You're allowed to be a little more picky today. You're allowed to ask for concessions today. You're allowed to do what you really want to buy, your American dream. Is it the time for you? That's up to you. But if you're in a point where you wanted to buy a house, now is the time to do it. We will start seeing more buyers come in. I went to an open house this weekend and it was crowded. Granted, the list price started at 1.5 or 1.6 and they dropped it down to $1 million. So naturally people were curious. The agent and the seller were smart to drop it down to bring in the traffic to get the house sold. It had been on market 30, 40, 50 days. It goes to show that there's still buyers out there. Buyers are looking for a good deal. They're willing to negotiate and wait. I have 2 offers out for one buyer right now, and we're playing the waiting game. But they have plenty of time because we still have to get their house sold. Buyers are taking their time to buy houses. They're not in a mad fervor to buy houses. If you're selling your house, be aggressive with your pricing, list it low, bring in the buyers, get it sold. If you have a mindset of my house is worth X from 6 to 12 months ago, you're talking about ancient history. So anyway, prices reached an all-time high of $910,000 in April, marking the 22nd consecutive month. Year-over-year increases. However, annual price gain was the smallest since June 2023. That said, all of California is almost $1 million. Santa Clara County, the median price is $2,060,000, so it's twice that. And the average price for a house in Santa Clara County is $2.465, almost $2.5 million. Don't think that your house is worth $1 million or $2 million if it still needs work. All right, you can read this article. It's pretty intensive, wordy, kind of number nerdy, which is what I like. Unseasonably adjusted homes in 3 of 5 major regions of California increased from a year ago. The Central Coast region recorded 33 of the 53 counties tracked in California Association of Realtors recorded sales increases from a year ago, so that's more than half. At regional level, 4 or 5 major regions, California increased. Okay, so those are the key takeaways there. What does that mean to you? Be aggressive in your pricing strategy. If you sell your house, list it low, let buyers come take a look, and they will bid it up to what it's worth. You don't control the price. Buyers control the price. And now buyers have a little more control. We're not in a balanced market yet. Still a seller's market, so you do have a lot of say in it. And what if you could say yes to a certain concession or no to a certain concession, but if you only have one offer, then they're in control. If you have multiple offers, then you are in control. Just keep that in mind. More than $400,000 in this Bay Area region. This is San Jose, Santa Clara County. We need to make a lot of money in order to afford a house here. It sucks, but that's the way it is. A majority of people here in Santa Clara County make that kind of money. That's normal income here. You have to make a lot of money in order to survive here, in order to thrive here, in order to live here. So if you're not making $400,000 or $500,000 a year for a family household income, I don't know what to tell you. Gone are the days of talking about the people who use King or Panera as a career. That's not a career, right? If you want a career, become an engineer, marketing professional, finance guy, whatever, and make some decent money. I know jobs are few and far between. I know a lot of people that are out of jobs. People in my age bracket were comfortable making $200,000 a year. We could buy a house. That was 10, 15 years ago. Today, you have to make a lot of money. And when I go to San Jose State to talk about the VA loan, the veterans loan, I talk to all the young veterans out there that are getting their degree, and I talk to them about what their expectancy is for income and what they should be striving for, not when they get into the business or whatever job that they get, but when they get situated and they get promoted to director or V level or C level. Those are the things that they should be striving for, and the schools just don't teach you that. Santa Clara House of the Week. This is a bank-owned property of the week, Monroe Street, not my listing, $1.8 million, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,600 square feet, and 120 years old. Farm cottage, nice looking. I think this has been around for a while. It looks like they virtually staged that. It's vacant, ready to move in. Nothing super fancy about that house. $1.8 million. They have older, updated, I would say 1990s. This thing was updated in the 80s, but that's why you need a designer to design homes near Apple. And again, the agent used the living room, not the front, as the first. Guys, if you're an agent and you're watching this, do yourself a favor. Put the front of the house. Curb appeal sells the house. This buyer determines within the first 3 to 5 seconds if they like the house or not because of the curb appeal, not because of what's inside the house, right? The decor is going to be gone. Where's the front of the house? Oh, that's why they did it, because it's fugly. I get it. I would take this house, but I wouldn't be buying it for, no, it's a 2-bedroom in this day and age. It's close by. Hey, at least you did the floor plan. Thank you for doing the floor plan. That was awfully nice of you. Yeah, that would turn off a lot of buyers, but it would also disappoint a lot of buyers once they get to the house and they're looking at it. So I would put that up front. Mountain View Home of the Week, and the reason why I picked it is because it's walking distance to Castro Street. Standard ranch, $2.4 million, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet, built in 1954. And it's nicely staged, but look through that. Older kitchen with tile counter. All that needs to go. See all this old stuff. This is useless to people. When you redesign your kitchen, you get the opportunity to make it your own. So just keep that in mind. If I did it, I would probably take out this entire wall, get rid of these cabinets, and just open it up so you have a huge dining area and make that a peninsula. That's me. What do I know? I've only been doing this for 22 years. It's a nice house, $2.4 million. 40 days on market report, 242 homes on market. Yesterday we talked about the number of homes that have decreased in price. It was 20%. We're seeing a lot more homes stay on market 40 plus days. That's normal. Matter of fact, you can look at it right here. You're seeing 40 days on market tick up quite a lot, even in Santa Clara County. 90 days on market, that number's staying flat. And then bank owns are staying flat as well. And then San Jose, we have 700 homes for sale right now. We need to be about 1,000 roughly. It could be 800, 900. So we're creeping into a balanced market. This is good. It means more buyers will enter the market, but they will have more control. It's not a buyer's market, it's a balanced market. We want equilibrium where sellers don't command everything and say, I want brand new Rivian and want to stay in the house 3 months after close, and I want $400,000 over list price, and I want as is, no contingencies. And today you have contingencies. Today you have concessions. Today you have lower prices. You see a lot more houses selling for less, mostly because sellers' egos say their house is worth X, and it's not. It's worth what a buyer is willing to pay, period. And then Santa Clara County, we're at 1,400. Again, we want to be at about 2,000, so 1,800 to 2,200.